Hey everybody, welcome to GM's Alcove Dash of Alon Wargaming. And some of you guys have been following my channel for some time now. I've been waiting for this for since the start of the year at least. This of course is Flying Colors by GMT Games, hot off the P500 press. And here it is. This just came yesterday. I already opened this, but I'm going to unbox this for you guys, talk a little bit about it. Now, I didn't have the previous edition of this game, so I can't make comparisons about this. But I'm going to show you guys what is in this. And this, of course, is a nice deep box, as you can see, which is nice. So let's take a look. Right off the bat, beautiful artwork, of course. And here's all the information about the game. As you can see, it's only a complexity of 5, 7 solitaire suitability. So this is great for solo gameplay, which is what I'm looking forward to. Here's a look at some of the counters. There's 3 booklets in this. 4 maps numbered A through D. You get a ton of scenarios in this. And this edition, this reprint, actually includes a bunch of additional scenarios that you don't get from the original printing. This, of course, is the 3rd printing, something like that. Deluxe edition includes the Ship of the Line expansion. That's important to know. So let's break this open and see what's inside. And I'm pretty excited about this. I don't have any naval games, honestly. And not since the old Clash of Arms game, Close Action, I think it was called. I don't remember. Not since that. And I sold that game a long time ago, unfortunately. And one of the things I'll show you guys right off the bat, you do actually get one of these. And there it is. This also came with it. I took it out earlier. But this is an extra counter tray for your stuff from GMT Games. And this is really handy. Even if you don't use it for this particular game, you get a nice extra storage tray for your counters. So it does come with one of these, which is nice. I was hoping to come with 2, but that's all right. Here's one of the 3 booklets, of course. This is the rule book, 24 pages of goodness. It's not heavy in the rules department, honestly. I mean, right up to here, let's see, before it goes into optional rules, section 4, you're talking about, let's see, 16, 17 pages of rules. That's it. And of course, that includes some description of the counters. It's about 4 pages worth of history, description of counters, what's in the box and all that. Core rules starts here. So it's not heavy in the rules department. And we also got 2 of these player aid cards. And as you can see, there's a couple panels in here. These are all the charts you need to play the game. So this is your firepower determination over here, and you're going to go to this. After you roll your dice, you're going to modify your die roll. You're going to cross-reference based on the type of attack you're making against the hull, against the rigging, that kind of thing. Gives you a result in hits, which can possibly result in fire on the ship, as indicated by an asterisk. So yeah, here's against smaller ships, which are half-inch square counters. The biggest ships are a little bit bigger. And here's the back panel, of course, which is useful. Shows you what counts as reaching, what counts as beating. And here's the running speeds that you get in movement points, and so on and so forth. Tasks. It's all right here. You get 2 of these. And here's the 2nd player card, which continues with some more good stuff that you're going to need to play the game. And it's single-sided. And finally, you get this card, which is the sequence of play. I don't know if this was in the earlier edition or not. I don't remember seeing it, but here's your weather and wind. Here's your turn. Keep track of it. Wind direction, of course, a sequence of play. There's all that goodness right there. Next, we have, of course, here's the duplicate sheets. Here is the maps. I'm going to lay a couple of these out for you. These are fairly big, and there's 4 of them. They are single-sided. That's important to note. They're also pretty sturdy, I must say. So these are meant to be put alongside each other, so they don't need to be, or preferably shouldn't be, double-sided maps. But here they are. There's 4 of them. Also got this, which is the scenario pack. Whole bunch of different stuff. I have not looked through these yet. Here's an idea of the layout and what you're getting here. The Command Campaign, 7 Years' War in the Indian Ocean for Flying Colors. So this looks like some type of campaign. Perhaps linked scenarios. I don't know exactly how this works, but yeah, this looks like good stuff. Of course, all that good historical information is in there. Very useful. I love these little maps. Look at that. The Trafalgar Campaign. That's nice. Here's the third and final book. This is the Playbook. This is where all your scenarios are. And as you can see, there's quite a few of them. Just in this. Here's some new scenarios. Let me look at this again. Scenario pack, and they're all campaigns. Fleet scenarios. These are taken from C3I magazine, of course. So, yeah. And of course, folks, I am going to take a more in-depth look at this game, and I'm going to talk about this game in my upcoming episode of my battle vlog, which is all about my board gaming. I got a new episode I'm going to be working on. As soon as I get some of this laid out, some of the counters clipped, we're going to talk about this game and see what's coming up on my channel with Flying Colors. And this is nice. This is if you don't want to use counters to record damage and various statuses, you can use these. Now you can print these out as well. You can download a copy from GMT and go with that. Or you can use these sheets right here. You can get these photocopied if you wanted. But this is instead of using the counters on your ships to record various things. You just record the details of the ship's name, for instance. And here's your record. So this really will be useful. We'll see whether or not I use this or not. There are seven counter sheets, and that's about it. And here they are. We'll show a couple of these. Here's a look at some of this nice graphics. Look at that. And of course, they're color-coded, and they have a little flag in the bottom right to indicate what nationality is involved here. And here's the French and the British. Here's some informational markers. Here's some more informational markers, as well as commanders, which you'll put on your ships as they move about. Indicate whether or not a particular side of a ship has fired, so on and so forth. I think these are Spanish. We got French ships. We've got British. And what else do we got here? We got French, more Spanish, Dutch ships as well. Not many of those. And more informational markers, as well as small ships. Like this one right here, I believe, is a smaller ship. They're all rated and ranked in the rule book, but here you go. That's the counters that you get, double-sided throughout. Look at all this goodness. A lot of counters to clip. That's what this is. So, yeah, that's the contents, folks. This, again, was a really nice ad. I'm glad I got this to go with my collection of dice trays. Or not dice trays, counter trays. And, yeah, it looks pretty good. I am excited. I actually read most of the rule book shortly after getting this, which I don't usually do. I usually get a game, pop it open, take a quick look, make sure everything's there, maybe skim a book here and there, and then I'll put it up on my shelf, and I'll get to it later on in the year usually. That's pretty much how I do it. But this one, I pulled out the rule book last night, started looking through it, and I pretty much read almost the whole thing. And I'm excited to try this. I really am. So folks, stay tuned for my battle vlog. I'm going to talk about this a little bit more and probably have it set up and show you guys some of the mechanics, perhaps, of the gameplay. And, of course, it does come with not one, but two D10, a red and blue. The back of the box says it only comes with one, but here you go. You get two of them, plus a little baggie to keep them in so you don't lose them. Folks, there you go. That is Flying Colors, the recent release from GMT, coming fresh off the P500 2020. So there you go, folks. What else can I show here? Dutch, French, English, French. You can see some of the nations we're talking about here that are included in the box. And maybe before I go any further, I should show you a little bit from the scenario book as well. Again, I am going to go into this. And the battles range from large battles and multiple maps, dozens of ships aside, to smaller battles. There is scenarios for the duel rules, which are literally 2 or more ships aside, but this does not include the duel rules. One of the follow-on volumes, volume 2 or 3, actually has the rules for duels. I think it's Serpents of the Sea. I'm not sure. But yeah, they're contained in there. But mention is made in the rulebook of those. And basically the changes to the main game to fight duels. But you don't get the map that you need to play duels. That's what it is. That's what I'm trying to say. Got to have some reason to buy some of the other volumes, right? But yeah, here's some of the maps and what we're looking at, British and French. I can't go through all the battles, all the scenarios, because there is a ton in here. The glorious 1st of June. This will give you an idea of how big the battles can be. Just look at that. Wow. So this is going to be fun. Virginia Capes. General Cornwallis. So we got some stuff not only from the Napoleonic Wars and the 7 Years' War, but also the wars in America. That's interesting. That's nice. I like that. Particularly interested in the smaller actions. And yeah, that gives you an idea of what is going on here in the scenario book. And of course, this, I don't know if I flipped through this. I think I did a little bit. Give you another look. Postscript to Trafalgar. 4 squadron actions for Flying Colors. Squadron actions. Handfuls of ships aside. Yeah, very nice. There's some interesting stuff going on here. Trafalgar attacks. So folks, there you go. That's about as far as I'm going to go into this. I am excited to get into this. Like I said, I don't have any naval games, not since way back in the 90s or so, when I had Close Action, which I never got a chance to play. And one of the things I'm really excited about with this game is using it with miniatures. As some of you might know, I'm a big fan of Black Seas, the Black Seas models, I should say, not necessarily the game or the rules, by Warlord Games. And I have quite a few of the actual models, and I'm thinking I want to use them with something. I bet I can use them with this. So that's a possibility. You guys might see me doing that later this year or probably next year. We'll see. We'll see, because I do want an excuse to paint those models. They are beautiful. And so there you go, folks. That's it. Flying Colors GMT Games. This is the latest reprint of the main rules, Volume 1. And by the way, this goes, I think, from 1756 up to 1805. So, yeah, that's what this specific volume covers in terms of scenarios. But I think the system goes well beyond that, to 1820, perhaps. So, yeah, but that's what the other volumes in this series are all about. Volume 2, Serpent of the Seas, and White Ensign, I think that's volume 3. I'm not sure, but there's 3 volumes, and those are the other 2. Check them out on GMT Games. This is out and about. If you were on the P500 waiting for this, you should be getting your copy shortly. So there it is, folks. Flying Colors.